Video, we're going to take up a problem on cams. The problem reads as a knife edge follower having a lift is 50 mm, base circle radius is 50 mm, and outstroke with simple harmonic motion for 60-degree cam rotation, dwell for 45-degree cam rotation, return stroke with simple harmonic motion for 90-degree cam rotation, dwell for the remaining period. Construct the cam profile. Assume cam and follower thickness of 15 mm and it is offset by 10 mm to the right of cam center. So to do that, first I need to go for a displacement diagram which I need to create at the beginning. So to do that, I will go for the Fusion screen and I will create a component first. To do that, I will go for create new component. I will create the component as cam and say OK. Then you can see in the browser the cam component is created and it is activated and it is grounded. For the time being, let it be like grounded only. And I will go for a sketch, click on the front plane. Now I need to create the displacement diagram first. So to do that, first I need to, the displacement diagram is, we have a base circle radius of 50 mm, and from that base circle radius of 50 mm, on that base circle radius of the 50 mm, the knife edge follower is mounted and which will going to have a lift of 50 mm during the cam rotation of 360 degrees. Out of those 360 degrees, it has got an outstroke of 60-degree cam rotation. Then we have a dwell period of 45-degree cam rotation. And on the return stroke, you will going to have 90-degree cam rotation. The remaining period is dwell. So now, since you have the displacement of 50 mm, so I will consider a line. I will take 50 mm line first and go to the construction and click on consider any point and draw a vertical line. Then go to dimension, select this line and make it 50 mm displacement. Then I will draw a line from the horizontal line from here of any length. And here, the scale what I need to consider is for every 1 degree, I will going to take 1 mm. So that means for 60 degree, you have 60 mm. For 45 degree, I'm going to take 45 mm. For 90 degree, it is 90 mm. For 360, it will be 360 mm. So I'll go for dimension, select this and give 360 degree. Now, the next thing is, I need to divide this 360 degree into outstroke, dwell, return stroke, and dwell. So to do that, I will go for a line, click some arbitrary point and draw a vertical line. Similarly, I will go for one more line. So this is outstroke, dwell, then we will have the return stroke, and finally you will going to have the dwell period of this. Okay. Now, I'll go for constraints. Go to equal constraint. Take this, all these lines should have 50 mm. Select this equal to this. Again, you go for constraint, select equal, select this 50 mm with reference to this. Again, you go for constraint, go to equal, select this line with reference to this. And then go to equal, select this line with reference to this. Now, I will go for line again, draw a horizontal line. And now I'll check the dimensions between these two. I will just go to the dimension, take this as 60 degrees, that is 60 mm. Again, you select between these two, you take this dimension as 45 mm, 45 degrees. Then again, you select between these two, you take this as 90 degree. Then the remaining period is 360. That is 165. Now, once you do that, I will go for the dimension. I will disable the dimensions and also the constraints. It's not required for the time being. Now, I will go for create. I will go for arc. Take center point arc. Select the midpoint of this line, starting point of this, and create the semicircle of radius 25 because the lift is 50. Since it is a simple harmonic motion, so we have this is the construction what I need to do. Then I will go for create, go to pattern, circular pattern, select this vertical line and click on the center point, this, and give partial because the angle is 180 degree, and then divide this segment into 7 segments so that you are going to get 6 segments here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then you go for trim, select this, and you remove these portions. Okay. Now once you do that, now I need to divide this segment into 6 equal segments. Since it is 60, so I'll go for create, go for a rectangular pattern, select this line and give the displacement, go to the spacing, take the quantity as 6 and the distance between the each line is 10 mm and the quantity in this is 1 and say OK. Similarly, you divide this. Again, you go to create, go to rectangular pattern, select this, take it is spacing here and take this as 6. The distance between them it is 15. Then you say this is 1. That means 90 divided by 50. That is 90 divided by 6. That means between these two lines it will going to be 15. And say OK. So now we have divided both. Now I'll go for a line. Select this endpoint of this line perpendicular to this. Okay. Then again go to line. Select this endpoint. Draw perpendicular to this. Okay. Then go to line. Select this endpoint and draw perpendicular to this. Again go to line. Select this endpoint. Draw perpendicular to this. And again go to line. Select this line and draw perpendicular to this. Okay. Once you do that, now I need to divide the segments now. I'll go for trim, select this. Okay. Then I will trim these portions here till up to here. Okay. Then I will divide, select this and I will remove this. Then I will go for trim, select this line. First this one, next I want to get to this point. And again you go to select, remove this portion. Then again go to trim, select this line and remove this portion. Then you go to trim, select this line and this line, and now this one. Similarly on this side, you just go to trim this, trim between these two, then trim this portion and trim this portion, and go to select this and delete this, and you delete this line. Okay. So now you have all these lines now. So I'll go for spline, click on spline, remove this construction, take end of this to 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 end point of this line to the end point of this, and then enter it. Similarly, I'll go for a line, select from end point of this to end point of this. Okay. Then again, I want to go back to this. Okay. Go to spline, select this endpoint to this endpoint, 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 and to this endpoint, and enter it. Then again go to fit. Okay. Then okay. Then go to line, draw a horizontal line from here to here. So this is the actual displacement diagram for the knife edge follower with the offset now. So now I will going to trim all these things. I will go for trim, select this point. Okay. Then I will trim this portion. And again I will trim this. So again I will trim between these three. Okay. Similarly, I will go to select and remove this portion. Sorry. Remove this. Go to select this line and delete it. And similarly, go to trim, select this portion, and you remove this. So this is how you will be able to get the profile completed. Now I need to create the cam profile now. So to do that, I will go for the base circle radius is 50. So I'll go for a circle, select this, and take the diameter as 100. Okay. Now I will try to move this inside. I will go for modify, move. Okay. Select this entire thing and move this nearer to this sketch. Okay. Keep it here and say okay, so that it can be easily accessible. Now I want to construct the cam profile. So there is a procedure to do that. I will going to explain that procedure for the simple harmonic motion, where the knife edge is offset by 10 mm to the center of the cam. So then I want to draw a circle of diameter. I will select this, take this as 30. Then I will go for constraint, go to concentric, select this line with reference to this. Then I will go for circle. I will take one more circle wherein dimension it is for 50. Then go to constraint. Then go to concentric between this and this. Now I want to create the keyway now. So to create the keyway, I will go for rectangle, create rectangle, take center point rectangle, select this point and draw a rectangle of any size. Okay. Now I will go to select this line and delete this, and you select this line and delete it. Okay. Now I will go for trim, select this line and this line and trim these two portions. Okay. And then I will delete this. Go to select this line and delete it, delete this and delete. So this is the keyway and this. Now I want to first locate the follower. The follower, what he says, it is offset by 10 mm to the right of the cam center. So which is the cam center? The cam center is this, to the right by 10 mm. So I'll go for a circle, go for a construction circle, select this. Since it is a radius, I will take this diameter as 20. Okay. Then I will go for constraint, go to concentric, select this line, circle to this. Okay. Now I will draw a line. Again, I will draw one horizontal line of any length. Now I will go for constraint, select tangent, select this line tangent to this. Now I will go for trim. Go to trim, select this line here, and then select this line and delete it. Then you go to trim, complete this portion. Now, once you do that, I will go for line, select this center point of this circle, and then draw the end point. So this is the reference point from where I need to give the angle, because the cam starts rotating, sorry, the follower starts reciprocating from this point with reference to this line, the angle will start be rotating it. I will go for a line, I will select this point, center, take some angle. Then I will go for dimension, select between this line and this, give the dimension as 60 degrees. Then I will go for trim, select this line and cut it. This is the first point. Again, I will go for a line, I will select this center and draw this line. Again, go to trim. So I need to give dimension between this line and this line, give the angle as 45 degree. Okay. Then I go for a trim this line here. Similarly, I will go for line, select from this center, draw some line, dimension, go to angle between these two, give it as 90 degree here. Okay. Then go to trim, select this line, then go to angle between this line and this line, it is 165 degree. Yes, fine. So once you do that, now the next point is I need to divide this segment into 6 equal points. I'll go to create, then go to circular pattern, select this line and take the center point, select, go to that, select on this center point. So here the angle is partial and take the angle as 60 degrees and give the number of segments as 7. Since I want it on this side, I will go for minus 60. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and say 7. Okay. So we have 6 points. It has been divided. Similarly, I want to divide this also into 6 segments. I will go for create, go to circular pattern, select this line and go to center point, select this and give partial and total angle is 90 degree and give the number of segments as 7 and again I want this as minus 90. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 segments. So okay, so now we have divided each and every point. See, as this profile starts from tangentially to this line, tangential, as this point starts tangentially to this curve. Similarly, all these points should be tangential to this circle only. So, but now at present, this line is centered to this circle. I want to get the tangent point. So I will go for line. I will go for line, select this endpoint onto this line first. Then I will go for tangent, select this line tangent to this circle. Okay. Again, I will go for line, select this endpoint onto this line. Again, you go for tangent, select this line tangent to this. Similarly, I will go for line, take endpoint and take this point. Similarly, go to constraint tangent from here to this line, this circle. Okay. Again, go to line, select this endpoint onto this line to this circle. Similarly, go to tangent, select this line tangent to this circle. Okay. Go to constraint, go to tangent, select this line tangent to this circle. Similarly, I will go for line, select endpoint onto this line or to this circle and go to tangent, select this line tangent to this circle. Constraint, tangent, select this line tangent to this circle. Similarly, I will go for line, select endpoint and tangent to this point. Now, first I located the point. Now I will go for tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Go to tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. This portion is over. Similarly, I will go to line, select this endpoint, tangent to this now. Go to constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Now I want to go to this point now. Similarly, I will go to line, select endpoint onto this circle and go to constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Similarly, go to line, select endpoint onto this circle, constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Similarly, I'll go to line, select endpoint and onto this circle and then go to tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Similarly, I will go for line, select endpoint to this circle, then go to constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Similarly, I will go to line, select endpoint onto this line, then to go to constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. Then we have the last part. Similarly, I'll go for a line, select endpoint onto this line now. Okay. Then again go to constraint, tangent, select this line, tangent to this circle. So now we have divided all this and drawn from each point tangentially to this point. Now, I need to transfer. So I need to get this point is starting from here. So the next point is from this point along this line, you have to take this distance. So I need to consider that. So to do that, I will go for a line, select some arbitrary point, and then I will draw a line of any length. I will go to coincident, select on this point with reference to this point. Then I will go for constraint. Then I will go for collinear, select this line collinear to this. Now I need to get this point. Okay. So to do that, I will go for constraint, come down to equal. Now you select this line. Okay. With reference to this equal line. Okay. It's not taken. Now. So now I need to get this point again. I will go for constraint, select equal this line with reference to this. Okay. I will go for equal, select this line with reference to this line. But still it is not taking. Okay. Or else we'll do one thing. We'll go to for dimension. Or you go for the dimension. Can do by this method also. We will check. I will go for dimension. Select this line. And I will click on this. Go to dimension. Go for dimension. I will take end of this to end of this. I will take this. No, it's not taking. Or else we'll go for the measurement of this dimension. Oh, since I have switched off the dimension, that is the reason why I'm not getting it. So I'll just go for the dimension, switch on. I'll go for dimension, select this line, take this is 3.349. So I will go for this line dimension, select dimension, select this, give this dimension which is 3.449. So I'll go for dimension, select this, and you give this dimension 3.349. Okay, now we get this. So this is the another way of doing this, but of course it's a very cumbersome. So we will try to do by, because this length is very small. Let us see. We will go for the next one. We will see. I will go for a line. I will draw one line here. Then I will go for coincident. Select this line coincident to this point. Then I will go for collinear. Select this line collinear to this line. Then I will go for constraint. Take equal. Select this line with reference to this. Again, we have the same problem. Okay. Or we will try to do by this method. Or we will take one more thing. I will go to select. I will select this line. I will make this as the continuous line. Let us see. Will it be able to work? Go for constraint. Go to equal. Select this line with reference to this. No, it's not taking. So again, we'll go by the dimension itself. I will go for dimension. Select this line. We will get it as 12.5. You'll go to this, go to dimension, select this line, give 12.5. Okay. So we have this method. This is also one method which you can be followed. Okay. Then again, I will go for, just remove this. Let us see. I'll go for line, select one more, then go to constraint, coincident, select this line with reference to this, and then go to collinear, select this line with reference to this. Now we go for the third one. So I'll go for constraint equal, select this line with reference to this. Again, we have the same problem. So since it is 25, I think it is 25. I'll go for dimension, select this, we have 25. So I'll go for dimension, select this, and give this dimension as 25. Okay. Yes. The next point is I need to go for this. I'll go for dimension, select this. What is the dimension? 37.5. So again, I will go for line, select this, give the coincident, select on this point with reference to this point. Then I will go for collinear, this line, collinear to this. Then I will go for this dimension is 37.5. Correct? Yes, 37.5. Therefore, dimension, go to dimension, take this and give the dimension as 37.5. Okay. Similarly, again, I will go for this dimension, which is 46.65. 46.65. Okay. Then I will draw a line of any length, then go to coincident. This point will be coinciding with this one. Then I will go for collinear. Both will be on the same line. On this reference to this. Then I will check for the dimension 46.65. Okay, 651 cancel. Now I'll go for dimension. Select this line and give the dimension as 46.65. Okay. Now I will go for line, draw one inclined line of any length. Now I will go for coincident. Select on this point with reference to this. Similarly, collinear, select this point with reference to this. Then I will go for dimension, select this and you give the dimension as 50. Okay. So this is the actual profile what you will going to get. Once you get this, now I want to do the same distances is in the descending order now from here. So to do that, I will go for line. I will select some arbitrary point. I will draw a inclined line and go to coincident on this point with reference to this. And then go to collinear, select this line, collinear to this. Then you go for equal. Select this line with reference to this. Okay. So both will have the same line, and make sure that each point is not changed here. That is very, very important. Similarly, I will go for a line. I will select some arbitrary point. Then go to coincident. Select on this. Go to coincident. Select on this with reference to this. Then go to collinear. Select this with reference to this. Now you go for constraint. Go to equal. Select this line with reference to this. Similarly, I will go to line, select some arbitrary point and draw a line. Again, go to coincident, select this point with reference to this. Now it should be tangential to this line. Okay. Go to collinear, select this line, collinear to this line. Now I want the third one. So go to constraint, select equal, select this line with reference to this. Similarly, I want to draw a line from here to this. Go to coincident with reference to this line. Okay, with reference to this. Then I will go for collinear, select this collinear, select this line with reference to this tangent line. Then fourth one. So I'll go for constraint, go to equal, select this line with reference to this. Then again I'll go for line, select this point, then go to coincident, take this point with reference to this. Now I'll go for collinear, select this line with reference to this. Now I'll go for constraint, select equal, select this line with reference to this line. Similarly, I'll go for line, select some arbitrary point and then draw a line. Then go to coincident, select this point with reference to this. Similarly, go to constraint, go to collinear, select this line, tangential line with reference to this. Now you go to equal. So select constraint, go to equal, select this line with reference to this. Then again, go to line. It is not required because already it is on this same point. So now we have created the profile. Once you created the profile, now I will go for spline, select this endpoint to this endpoint. Sorry, I'll go for spline and you remove the construction, take endpoint. This is the actual profile what I need to generate. So take endpoint of this and in every point you just keep on doing it. So I'll just press enter key. So this is the first part of it. Then I will go for arc, create arc by center point and arc. I will select this center point as this. Okay. Take the endpoint of this to the endpoint of this. So we have one profile. Then again, I want to create this portion. So go to spline, select this endpoint to this endpoint, 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 and to this endpoint. Enter it. So we have the actual profile which we have constructed. This is your actual cam profile. Now I will go for trim, select this extra portion here, and similarly you select this extra portion which is not required. Okay, the rest of the things is not required here. You go to select and you just select this line and remove it. So this is the base circle. Okay, now everything is done. So this is the actual profile. Then go to finish sketch and go to 3 dimension. Now I will go for extrude, select this profile first. Okay, and go to symmetric. Okay, then go to distance, select this whole length and give the distance as 15 mm on either side. So total will be 7.5 on either side, and you say create a new body. You just click on OK. Again you go to select, enable sketches, create the sketch. Now I will go for extrude, select this profile now and give symmetric distance, and total distance is I will take 25 mm. So this is the actual profile with a keyway. That is what we have considered. So when you go to the right view, you can see there is the distance. So similarly, you go to 3D and say join. Yes, I will say OK. So this is how we are going to create the cam profile. This is the first part of it. Now I will go for, comes out of this and go to the main component. You click on this. Now we have created the cam profile. The next one is I need to create the follower. So to do that, I will go to new component and I will click on follower first. Follower. And then activate that component and say OK. So now you can see that follower is highlighted. So I want to create a knife edge follower. So I will go for a sketch, select on the front plane. Now we have this point here. So the follower will be 10 mm to the right of the cam profile. So this is the first point. So I'll go for line, select this end point and draw one inclined line and draw this vertical line. And similarly on this side, you take this and draw a vertical line and come down to this. Okay. Now this is the actual knife edge follower. Now I will go for dimension, take between angle between these two, you take it as 90 degree. Okay. Then you go to constraint horizontal, both these 2 points you make it horizontal. Then I will give the entire dimension to be 10 mm. Okay. Now I want this point, go to coincident. This point will be coincide with this point. Now we have this and it is not at the center now. So first I need to create at the center. You just click on this point and you click on this point and give the dimension as 5. So everything becomes black. The next thing is I need to give the height. So I'll go for dimension. Okay. Select this line with reference to this point. Give the height. You take it as 160. Okay. So you take this here. Okay. So this is the actual knife edge which is placed at 10 mm to the right of the cam axis. And now if you want, you can change the dimension of this. I will take 15. That is also fine. Just take 15 mm. Okay. Then from here you take 7.5. That's all. Now it is again at the center. You just go to finish sketch and go to 3 dimension. And now I want the thickness to be on either side. I will go for extrude. I will go for extrude. Select this profile and give symmetric and take the whole length. Okay. And give the distance as 15. Okay. To the entire width. You can see here, this is for the entire width of the cam profile and create it as a new body. Yes. So we have created the second part. The next part is I want to create the shaft. So again, you go back to this, to the main part Now go to new component, create that as a shaft, and go for shaft and say OK. Now the shaft has been placed at this point. Again, I'll go for a sketch, select on this front plane. Okay, you take the projection, select this profile and say OK. The shaft will have, go to finish sketch, go to 3D. The shaft will have with the keyway. You'll go to extrude, select on this shaft and go to symmetric. Give the entire distance, select this and give the distance as 25. Till you have, wherever you have, till we have the cam thickness. So that is the center of this cam. To that distance, we're going to take this and create it as a new body. Okay. Now we have the sketch. So I will take the sketch up to this. So from here, I need to create a shaft. Okay. So I will just go to 3D. Okay. And rotate this. So when you want to create, see, the question is, the shaft has to be created here, and this shaft will be fixed to the housing. So the housing part will start from here. So the cylinder, the thickness of the housing which you are considering is 15. So the shaft is also should have the 15 mm from here. So to do that, so I will go to rotate. One way is create one more circle and then do it. Otherwise, you can go for a cylinder directly. Go to cylinder, click on this profile. Okay, select on this face, then go to circle, select this and take endpoint. So from here, the cylinder height, what I want is 15. I will click on, take the dimension as 15 and I will go to join now. So we have this point. So once you do that, so we have created the shaft. Now I want to create the housing. So to create the housing, what I need is, I need to take the point from where I need to start. So I will go for this point. So the point is from where I need to start from with this reference to this. So to do that, so first I will go to 3D. Sorry, I will just go to rotate, select this and I will rotate like this. Okay, where that keyway ends, at that point I will go to start creating the housing. So to do that, I will go for main component and activate that main component. Then I will go for new component. I want to create that as the housing. So you just click on type housing here and then click on OK. Activate that now. Now you'll go for sketch. Click on this particular profile now. Okay. Now we have this point. I want to create the housing of this. So if you just go to the 3D and if you go to the rotate, check where that plane is. That plane is on that side, where exactly that key way ends. Now I will go for 3D and go to front plane, that is on this side. So I will go to the rotation. So I'll go to this, sorry, and I will just go to this point now. Okay, and then I will again rotate on this side. Okay, and you can keep it in whichever way you want. Now what I have taken is the back side of this, that's all. So then I need to go for rectangle, select some arbitrary point, and I will start creating a rectangle here of any length. Okay, now I need to give the dimensions for this. Okay, so I'll just take the sketch out. Now I will create the sketch. I will go for dimension, select this line, take the center point and give the dimension. I will take it around 75. Okay, the center to this. Then I will give this dimension. I will take 200. Okay, or I will take 225. That is better. Or 210. Just give 210. That is sufficient. Okay, this can be any dimension, so that make sure that the entire profile is going out of this. I mean, the entire profile is within this cam housing. That is the main requirement. So again, go to dimension, select this line, and you take the center. I will take it around 80. Okay. Then I will give this dimension, which is 212. I will take this somewhere around here. I will take it as 230. Okay. Okay. Now go to finish sketch. Go to 3D. Now I will start. Go to extrude. Select this profile and give the dimension as 15 mm from this new body. Yes, create it. Now you go to rotate and check whether it has been created or not. Yes, it has been created. But again, you have to select this now. So I need only, this portion I need to select. I don't want this portion. Okay. So here I will go to this. Just go to double click on this. I need to select this profile also. Okay. Then if you say okay, this entire keyway with the only the shaft has been considered. Oh, even keyway is also there. So I will just go to undo it. I will just create this profile. Okay. Just go to, I will delete this. Let us say I will delete this itself. I will come down to this. Go to edit, go to extrude portion. Okay. Then I will rotate this. I need to switch on that first. Go to sketch, enable the sketch. Okay. Enable the sketch, and now you go to extrude, bring it to this side. Okay. Select this profile, and along with this you take this now, and this portion, oh, here we should have selected that portion also, but since it is the keyway, we have considered. Okay. Then selected the profile, the distance is what I want is 15 mm. Okay. And say okay, new body. So this is one thing. Then I will do one thing. I just create this portion and I will add it. Okay. So that way also you can do. So I'll just go to sketch, select this portion, and I will just go to project. Can we include this portion? Let us see. Yes. Go to OK. Then I will go to finish sketch and I will go for extrusion. Select this profile and go to the distance. Go to 3D. Go to -15. Let us see how much we're going to get. Okay. And say new body. I want join. Okay. And say OK. See the difference now. Is there anything which we have been able to get it? Yes. So that portion is taken, but still you have this portion which is left out. Okay. So only the profile has been considered. Okay. Now I will take this portion also. Okay. So I will go for sketch. Go to edit sketch. Just clear this, delete the sketch. Sketch. Go to delete. Then we have this extrusion. Yes. So I will delete this also. Let us see. I will delete this portion. Now I have created this sketch. So in this sketch, I need to create this portion also. So I will consider draw a circle. I will do one thing. I will go to project, select this circle. I just go to edit sketch. Okay, this profile. Now we have considered this portion, and I need to consider this line also. Okay, create this portion. Okay, and go to circle, select center point of this, and create this point. Okay, go to finish sketch. Okay, and now you go to 3D. Okay, then you select these portions. Now go to extrude, select this profile and this profile also. That is with reference to this. Okay, this portion also. Okay, now I will go for the distance which is 15 mm, and you create this as a new body. Okay, now we have created this portion. Yes, this is the one which I want. Okay, now once you get this, now when you go to the top view, you can see that here I'll go to the 3D, go to this top. Okay, so now this is the one which I want. So I want to create this portion wherein the I want to cut that. I want to have a guide portion for this follower. If you go to the right view, you can see there is a gap here, correct? So I want this housing to be done for the follower also. What I have done now, it is the housing for this camshaft, cam. Okay, this is the one what I have. So here I'm not able to see this shaft because we are in housing. If you just go to this and activate this, and now you will be able to see this particular shaft also. That you are going to be able to see when you are going for the assembly. We will see now. So now I will go for the housing. Okay, I will disable this. So we have this housing. Now I'll go for sketch, select on the top plane. Okay, now I will create a rectangle first. I will go for rectangle, select this arbitrary point and then draw a rectangle of any length. Okay, now I will go for dimension, select this and give the distance as 210. Okay, then I will take this dimension as, I will take it as 40, more than enough. Okay, and now in this I need to create this particular profile. Okay, go to finish sketch, go to 3D, and now you go to extrude, select this portion and I give the distance as -15. Okay, give -15 and you join to this -15. You take instead of -15 you give more, -25. Okay, go to the front plane and see whether it is been able to access it. Yes, and I will go for join. Yes, now I want to create this portion now. So to do that, okay, this, okay, single line. Again I will go for sketch, click on this plane, and now I want to go to project, select this entire thing and say okay. Now go to finish sketch, and now I will switch off the follower. Okay, now I'll go for extrude, select this profile and use the distance as -25. Okay, and cut it. So this portion is removed. Now once you do that, again you switch on the follower. So this is how you will be able to create all the drawings. So now we have created cam, follower, shaft and housing. So the next question is, I need to go for the assembly. So here, if you try to remove this, you can see I'll go for select. All are independent. Now I will go for the assembly now. So to do that, I'll go for the main part. And here I will switch off the sketches. I will just go to the disable sketches here. And again, you come down to, is there any sketch on? Yes, you switch off this, minimize it. Again, you come down to shaft, you remove the sketches and go to this. In the housing also, if you have any sketch which is on, you switch off those things. So I have removed everything. Now, if you see this, cam is housing, cam is in the ground parent now. Now, if you go to select, and I can remove this portion and I can remove this portion. I cannot remove this because cam is in the actual part. Now I will just go to shaft also. You can move it out. So these are the independent portions. Now I will just revert it back. Now instead of cam, I will take housing as my ground, parent to ground. So I will just right click on cam, and then I will make unground from parent, and I will go for housing and make that part as ground to parent. Okay. Now we have this housing is this portion. It's been fixed now. So now I will go to select. Housing is cannot be able to move. Now I will just move it out, this portion, this shaft, and this one. Again, I will go to revert back. So what I need to do first I want to uh, I want to establish a relationship between this shaft and the housing. So to do that, I will go for assemble, go to as build joint, select the shaft, okay, with reference to the housing, and then go to revolute, because that is the one, because when the shaft rotates, your cam also should rotate. So the requirement is I want to take the center of this. Now it is rotating in the desired rotation, and I will say okay. This portion is okay. Then the next thing requirement is, I will go to this. So the next thing is I want to establish a relationship between this cam and this shaft. That means if I rotate the cam shaft, this cam should also rotate. That is possible only when this cam and cam is mounted. Cam is mounted on the shaft, which is with a keyway, correct? So to do that, I will go for, that means both should have rigid portion. That means when I rotate cam shaft, when I rotate shaft, the cam should also rotate. That is the requirement. So that means I need to lock between the cam and the shaft. So to do that, I will go for assemble, go to as built up joint. I will select this portion of the cam shaft and this cam, and I will say, instead of revolute, I will say rigid and say preview options. So now it's okay now. So this is, I'm connected between these two. Then I need to connect this to this, because anyhow this is rigid. So I need to slide this portion. So to do that, assemble, go to joint, build joint, select this follower with reference to this base, that is the housing, and that is not rigid, it should slide. So slide in which direction? Slide in this vertical direction. So it is moving in the vertical direction. Okay, and I will say okay. So now we have established all the relationships. Now I will go for a relationship and go to joints and go to revolute. Once you go to the element joint, you can see that the profile, that is the cam profile, is rotating with reference to the shaft. But there is no established contact. See, what we have done is we have established a contact between cam and the shaft. We have established a relation between the follower and the housing. But we need to establish a relationship between this cam and this follower now. So to do that, I will go for assemble, enable contact sets. I need to contact between, I need to establish a contact between them. So which are all the contacts I need to establish? I will go for contact sets, select new contact sets. Which are the bodies? I want this cam with reference to this follower, and I will say okay. So now this is done. Once you do this, now I will go for a revolution and go to element joint. See now what happens. So we are able to establish the contact between the cam and its follower. But the problem is the manner in which we are establishing how the cam should work. The follower should always be rested on the cam. Then only as the cam rotates, the shaft will also rest. I mean, the follower will reciprocate over it. That means the follower will slide over the cam. So that is the requirement. So that means that is possible only when the follower rests continuously with the cam profile. So to do that, I will go for slider, double click on this slider. In this, we need joint motion limits. We have the rest position. You enable that and say OK. Now I will go for revolution and animate joint relationship. Now you can see the cam is moving and it is coming down. So this is how I will be able to establish the relationship. And then this is how the knife edge follower, when it is offsetted with reference to the cam, the center of the cam. So how the motion will going to be, how the motion will going to take place between the cam and the follower. So now the next thing is I need to give the colors to this. I'll go for appearance, just type A. Then you're going to get the appearance dialog box. Come down to paint, go to glossy, then select this cam to this or this one, yellow color. Then I will go for this white color for housing. Okay, this entire housing, this white color to this. Okay, it's done. Then I want a blue color to this shaft. Okay, then I want a red color for this profile. Okay, all these things have been done. Then I will say close it. I'll say for close. Then when you rotate this, you can see this entire thing has been completed. Okay, now I will go to equals and go to 3D. Now I will go for establish joint relationship, go to animate joint relationship, and now you can see how this profile has been guiding. And then you go to the front view. See, this is the upstroke, dwell, return stroke, dwell, upstroke, dwell, return stroke, dwell, upstroke, dwell, upstroke, dwell, return stroke, dwell. So this is how this cam profile will going to be generated. The follower will going to follows the cam profile in this particular manner. Thank you.